first I would say go with like a specific list in mind of what you want to look for.
Okay.
So, and maybe,
I'm sorry to cut you off again, but this is a third person in thrift as a thrift advocate who told me this. Everybody that I asked, they say, go with the list that you need,
mm-mm,
the things that you need.
mm-mm. Yeah.
Okay.
So like throughout your everyday life,
Mm-hmm.
when you're like realizing that you need something,
Right.
add it to your notes app.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have my thrift list on my notes app.
Okay.
And then like once I realize like, oh, I really need to get like, I don't know, a new denim jacket or whatever.
Okay.
I put it on my list.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I do end up going to the thrift store, I have my like go-to items already like written down because I'm a very forgetful person. So if I don't write it down, I forget it. So I have my thrift list ready to go. And if you get super overwhelmed with thrifting or like shopping in general,
Mm-hmm.
I would say like limit it to only 3 things.
Okay.
Because if you go with a list of like 15 things
Right.
and then you go to the thrift store and then they have most thrift stores, if they know what they're doing, they have different sections, just like a regular store.
Right.
That's like a women's section, a men's section, a children's section.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll like within the women's section, they have dresses. Within the men's section, they have like dress shirts or whatever. So you can go to that specific section, find your size, and just for me, I think it's really helpful to look through every single item on the rack because if you're just kind of scanning, you're not really getting a good sense of what's there. And it's also a really good idea to touch the fabric because after you go a few times and you get a sense for it, you can figure out like which fabrics feel more quality
Okay.
than the others. And then if you're looking at the tag, you can also see from the type of fabric, like is it 100% organic cotton or is it 100% polyester, right? So you start to know which materials are making up like
Do
a
you
more quality.
recommend to buy polyester from the thrift store?
If it's vintage, yes.
What do you mean by vintage?
So if it's something that is, I think it's like anything that's like 20 years in the past or more is
Okay.
considered vintage, pretty sure.
But why is that? Why would
Why?
you go with that old, kind of a polyester t-shirt or material?
Right. I mean, it depends on your preference, really.
Okay.
But I like just if something's vintage and it's 100% polyester, I'll still get it because I think it's cool. Like if it's something from the 70s, something from the 60s or whatever, I still think that's like an interesting, unique piece.
Wow.
But yeah, so the quality of the item, you
Mhm.
can tell by touching it, you can tell by looking at the tag.
Okay.
And if you go to a thrift store and they don't have a dressing room, because sometimes they don't have dressing rooms,
Uh-huh.
then you should
Yeah.
go prepared, like wear leggings or like sometimes I'll just wear like a very loose skirt.
Okay.
So if I wanted to try pants on, I can just try them on like underneath the skirt. Or you can wear like
That's a
a
good
tank
one.
top if you want to try on like dresses or shirts or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another fun trick is like if you want to see if a pair of pants fits you, but there's no dressing room and you can't try them on under a skirt or whatever, as long as you like keep the button fastened, you can bring the waistband around your neck and touch it and if it touches in the back, then you know it'll fit. I'm going to call it Thrift the District. It's just
It's
like
rhyming, It's syncing and rhyming.
oh, yeah.
Right.
It's like a sing-songy
Yeah.
vibe to it. Yeah. Also, when I forgot to mention this, when I was a social worker,
Uh-huh.
I had a fashion blog
Okay.
and it was called Thrift and Style. And then the stuff that isn't really nice enough to donate is maybe like falling apart or has a stain on it or whatever the case may be. There are programs where you can order a bag to come to your house. You stuff it with the fabric scraps and then you send it back to them and then they use it as like recycle material.
Nice.
So I think they say like 90% of it, 95%, don't quote me, won't end up in a landfill.